Hi, I'm back again. I wanted to talk a little bit now about scales and modes. I'm going to do a group of videos here about the major scale and its modes. Talk a little bit about the theory of how scales are built, how chords are constructed, and everything else that goes along with it. It's not as huge and as daunting and crazy as you think it might be. And if you really want to gain some good creativity and not just be stuck playing other people's crap, you need to study scales. You don't want to get stuck to where that's all you do, though. When you're playing a lead, it doesn't need to sound like you're playing a scale. You use them as creative tools within which you draw your ideas from. But whether you get those ideas consciously or not, that's a whole different thing. Sometimes you think through things and you bridge the gap using the theory. Other times you let your fingers go and it comes out whatever the heck it is, and that's really cool too. All right, so when I learned scales, I studied a bit of theory, and this guy explained intervals and how the major scale is just an interval pattern. Whole steps and half steps. Going back to a previous video, whole step on your guitar is 2 frets apart, and a half step are adjacent frets. Now, the pattern that the major scale is made up of is like whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And if you take a note and start and do that interval jump, that's a major scale no matter where you start at. Those intervals. Changing keys is merely a matter of starting those intervals in a different place. That's it. So when I learned these guys, I started in the key of F because it started on the 1st fret of the guitar, and I wanted a way to look at the guitar 1st mode up to 7th mode in order that made sense, that I could learn them, one after the other and see how they're related. And it helped me learn my chord scale too, which is something we'll talk about later. The key of F has 1 flat in it, the B flat. So when I play these notes, I'll play F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, and repeat. And I won't always end up on F. I'm going to play whatever works, 3 notes per string in each position. So on the big string, my notes are going to start F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. Now right away, you should have been able to start to hear that do, re, mi kind of thing. That's the major scale. Okay, now that's great. Like 1 note per string or 1 string scales are really good for coming up with ideas and visualizing where you're going with like a riff or something. But for now, we're going to go 3 notes per string and just follow the pattern. So the major scale I learned with is this F1, and it's 3 notes per string. It's really cool. It's symmetrical. It's 3 ideas, 2 strings at a time. First one, I'm going to play frets 1, 3, and 5 on the E string and the A string. That gives me F, G, A, B flat, C, D. Okay, moving on to the D string, I'm looking for E, F, and G. A, B flat, and C on the G string. So there I have 2 of the same fingering in a row. Now go to the B string, I'm looking for the D at the 3rd fret. D, E, F, G, A, B flat, and I have this fingering here. So all together I get something that looks like this. And in reverse. What I do is I play these back and forth. I play them using the different permutations I talked about in a previous video with the 3 notes per string. I'll do 6 note permutations. I'll do different chords. I'll try anything that works. And then once I'm comfortable with a scale pattern like that, I'll alter it. And it changes what the scale is actually, I'll change one of the notes and it's actually no longer the major scale. It's a different scale. That's different than a mode. A mode is taking these same notes starting them on a different note in the group, like starting them on the G as opposed to the F. That's my next mode, would be the G. Okay, but this first mode, this is called the Ionian mode. It's the first mode of any major scale. Learn it, get it down, and use it to your advantage. It's really cool, and you can do it anywhere. If it's really uncomfortable down here, you have a hard time playing it, slide it up the neck, play the pattern until you're comfortable, move it down, stretch it out. You know, you play them, pick every note. You can do legato type hammer-on pull-off ideas. You can do economy picking, whatever you want. Just make sure you get that shape hammered out. Make it like part of your repertoire. Feel real comfortable with it, then move on to the next one, which will be in the next video.